Hello and welcome back. We're now looking at some sequence terminology, right? And the terminology doesn't really matter because what we are looking at sequences as, we're looking at them as in a sense as a function of another variable, right? So if I take a sequence, and I'm going to use a simple one, 2, 5, 8, 11, right? These are actually the terms of the sequence. We consider these the terms of the sequence. Terms of the sequence. Right? So these are the terms of the sequence, and in the terms of the sequence we consider this to be the first term. This is the first term, this is the second term, this is the third term, and this is the fourth term, right? And so each of these terms we would say n corresponds to a certain position. I'm going to say n equals 1 over there, n equals 2 over there, n equals 3 over there, and n equals 4. So when we speak about n, and we're talking about n for our terms, right? N represents the position of a term in a sequence, right? And so we're going to have to talk about something else as well. We're going to talk about something called Tn. So as you can see over here, firstly I've got the first term which has a value of 2 where n corresponds to 1. I've got the second term which has a value of 5 and n corresponds to 2, and I've got the third term which is a value of 8 and n corresponds to 3, and I've got the fourth term which is 11 where n corresponds to 4. Okay, and so let's see this. Let's look at how this works. First, second, third, and fourth. N equals 1, n equals 2, n equals 3, n equals 4. These are the terms of the sequence. N represents the position in a term. The next thing I want to talk about, let's take the same sequence, 2, 5, 8, and 11. Right? And let's talk about something called Tn. Tn, and I'm going to say Tn is a function of n. And what I'm really saying here is that when you throw in an n, you get out a value for Tn. You throw in an n, you get out a value of n. Same way we say y is a function of x. I throw in an x, I get out a y. Okay, so what am I interested in over here? I'm saying 2, 5, 8, and 11. And by the way, can you guess what type of sequence this is? From there to there, I'm adding 3 each time. Does it make sense? I'm adding 3 each time. And so in this particular case, what we're really interested in is we say that this is an arithmetic sequence. But I digress. I'm not particularly interested in talking about what that is. I want to just get some basic terminology out of the way. We've said that n represents the position, and now we are interested in speaking about what exactly Tn is. Right? And so Tn, this is T1, and this over here is T2, and this over here is T3, and this over here is T4. And so what I'm really interested in saying is T1 is equal to 2, and it corresponds to n equals 1. I'm saying T2 is equal to 5, and it corresponds to n equals 2. Then I'm saying T3 is equal to 8, and that corresponds to n equals 3. And then finally T4, and can you guess what that would be? T4 is equal to 11 and corresponds to n equals 4. So the point I'm trying to make over here is the following, is that Tn represents the term value, the actual value that you see there. And if we have to read it, we'd say that T1, what is T1? Well, I'm asking the question, what is the term value? In other words, the actual term itself that is in position number 1. Okay, so the little subscript refers to the n, and this over here is going to be the position of the term. Okay, so term value in position 1 is going to be 2, term value, or the value of the term in position 2 is going to be 5, Okay, and that's why I say first, second, third, fourth. Right? That's the thing that you're going to get. That's the idea. That's the thing you're going to get from n. N will always be position first, second, third, fourth, 31st, 32nd. And when we speak about Tn, we're talking about the actual term values themselves.